Learning construction. Learn, share, expand.
Hey guys, welcome back to another awesome video about construction. Again, I'm pretty sure you guys know my name, but if not, I am Ernie with learningconstruction.com. And on this video, I want to show you how to place rebar on a CMU wall. The reason why I made this video is because you may think that placing the rebar inside of a CMU wall is relatively easy. And part of it is, but not really. One of the things is when you're laying rebar, obviously your vertical dowels are going to be coming from the footing. As you can see, placing the rebar on the footing the correct way is one of the most important things that you have to do when you're placing masonry. So you always have to watch for your foundation. In most cases, if the walls are relatively small, you will be building the footing as well as the wall. But there are several instances where there's going to be a concrete contractor that will be placing the footing for you, and you will be placing the masonry wall. In other words, the moment you're starting to work on the foundation, you also have to keep in mind where the face of the block is going to be. This is the only way you're going to determine where the vertical dowels are. Now, remember, the dowels don't just go in the center. That may be the case on some freestanding walls, but it is not the case for retaining walls or restraining walls. Now, remember that you have to keep in mind all the horizontal members are going to go in the bond beam, so you're going to have a horizontal piece of rebar or two, depending on the case. Usually it's one, but it may be two. And you want to make sure that they're tied with the vertical rebars. And as you go building up your wall, don't forget that you have to place this horizontal reinforcing steel. The reason why I said that is because once you have placed your wall, you're committed. There is no going back. There is no way to put the rebar back. So you want to keep in mind that you're building the wall with your reinforcing steel inside of. Now here's another tip for you. Make sure that as you're placing the rebar that you're always checking on the inside of the block and making sure that the bottom of the inside of the cells is clean. Don't leave any type of messes with the mortar or the splashing mortar or debris on the inside of the cells. Inspectors don't like it, and honestly that is not the right way to place rebar. So you want to make sure everything is clean on the inside, because remember, the concrete is what's going to hold the wall together. And you want a good bonding with the steel, you want good bonding with the foundation, so it has to be pretty clean. Okay, so the next thing is, when you were placing your rebar on the foundation, you were obviously not setting, or you shouldn't have been setting your vertical dowels full height of the wall. Usually that doesn't happen. So what you have to make sure is that your vertical dowels are long enough that you can splice them if needed, and continue with your wall. And as you're building your wall up, you want to make sure that you put your splices and you attach the rebar as tight as possible. In other cases, the wall changes sizes, and this is very typical for retaining walls, where the block starts in one size and then it becomes smaller as it's getting taller. So you're going to be offsetting the rebar. When you do that, you obviously want to support your vertical dowels with the horizontal bars. And once again, you want to make sure that your cages are pretty well secured so they're not moving all over the place. And if you need to put a couple dobbies on the inside of the wall to make it secured, and you have the clearance that is required per your structural drawings, then you should be able to do that. So in short, pay attention to your rebar before you pour the foundation. After the foundation, make sure you're putting all your horizontal bars as required, with all the laps that need to be required, all the verticals that are required. Don't forget the lintels. These are very important. Don't forget about the corners. The rebar that is vertical on all the corners is typically 2 of them, or it's a bigger size. And just pay special attention to the structural drawings. And that's it for this video, guys. Hope you guys like it, and don't forget to comment in the box below or visit my website learningconstruction.com. Thank you.